All right. Whew. Sometimes loading up is the hardest part of the job when you're playing live gigs. Just a few more things to go. Oh. Hello?
Hey, it's Trish calling from the bar.
Hey Trish, I'm glad you called. We just loaded up and we're getting ready to head out. We're gonna put on an awesome show for you tonight.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to tell you, but we're not going to be able to have you play live tonight. We've got some things going on with the bar, business-wise, and we're going to have to cancel the gig for tonight.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. Man, let me know if there's anything I can do.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you, Trish. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The gig got canceled. Oh man, that sucks. Well, I guess I've got to unload everything now. If there's one certainty in this life, it's that things don't always go as planned. Welcome to my Motivation for Guitarists series. What a way to start this one out. So I want to share this little event with you, but more so I want to share the extremely powerful lessons that I learned from this little event here. And I think these are going to help you. I know for a fact these are really going to help you not only as a guitarist and musician, but in life in general. But just a quick backstory before we get into that. A lot of you already know this. About a year ago, I started playing these solo live gigs around town. I live in the Brandon, Florida area, and I play a lot of 80s covers, some 70s, and I'll throw in some originals from time to time. And lately, I've been really focusing on upping my game at these solo gigs. So for one, my wife sings with me on a few songs now. I've started integrating looping so I can play some rhythms and then play some leads behind it. I've also done that with the electric guitar as well. And this has really helped my gigs be more dynamic and more captivating. And I notice the feedback, even just the visual feedback, and of course the tip jar. I've just gotten some great results from doing this, from of course upping my game. Well, we had this one gig coming up, right? And for this one gig, it seemed like everybody we invited, they were planning to show up. So it was like, okay, this is gonna be a nice gig. This is gonna be a big one. I even ran a small Facebook ad in the area just to get folks in. And part of the reason for that is because this establishment, and I'm not gonna name the name, but it's a really cool place. However, I knew they had been having some trouble. When I show up there and watch other musicians, and then even the last gig I played, just not a lot of people were in the bar, were in the restaurant. And I'm like, man, like what is going on here? This is such a cool place. The people are cool. I just couldn't put my finger on what the problem was. Well, fast forward to a couple of days ago, I was scheduled to play on a Friday night. We were really excited about this gig. However, I did have this little hunch in the back of my mind, and I actually shared this with my wife earlier that day. I'm like, you know, I'm not so sure about this. I'm not so sure this is actually going to happen. I want it to happen, but something tells me this might get canceled. Lo and behold, I get a text, of course, several hours, early in the day, just letting me know that, hey man, I'm really sorry, but this and that's going on. I've got to cancel the gig. And oh man, my heart just dropped. I was like, oh crap, because we'd done so much to prepare for this specific one. We do that for all the gigs, you know, it's just part of the business. So I take a breath and I simply respond, man, I'm sorry to hear that. I also said, if there's anything that I can do to help, please let me know. Now, real quick, I would ask you don't bash anybody in the comments here. This person, really cool person, just having a tough time in the business. I don't want to get into specifics because it's not mine to tell. But again, I genuinely want to help this person and help this business. For some reason, my heart just kind of gravitates towards this specific place. I know some of you know what I'm talking about there, and it's like, I really want to help if I can. So here's the things though, here's the lessons learned from this event. Here's what I want you to take away from this. There are two things I did not do. For one, I didn't let any negative emotions take over me that day and in that moment. Yeah, I was down about it because I was really looking forward to doing this gig, and hey, I love playing out, being on stage and singing and playing. It's what I do. I love it. I eat it up. Rum, rum, rum. Now I'm kind of hungry. But seriously, I enjoy this. It's just, it brings so much fulfillment. And then, of course, my wife, she's singing some songs with me, so it's something that we can do together as well. And it's just cool. So yeah, I was bummed naturally. However, I did not let any anger take over me or any depression take over me or any of those negative emotions that you kind of are inclined to feel when stuff like this happens, when you're really excited about something, an event, whatever it may be, whether it's great or small, and then it just gets squashed. I didn't let that happen. Now I'm going to circle back around to this in a second here, because there's something very powerful with this that I'm going to share with you. It's life-changing, literally, so hang around for that. But the second thing I did not do, I did not bash the person or the owner, or didn't bash anyone, okay? I didn't bash anyone. What I did was, of course, I had to jump in and play what we call damage control. We had invited a lot of people, so I had to go in and cancel the event, the Facebook event I'd made for it. I had to cancel the ad I had running. And of course, we had to start reaching out to as many people as we could. But in no way did I say anything negative about the owner, about the establishment, or anything like that. I just simply put it out there. Guys, I'm really sorry I have to do this, but the event has been canceled. Stay tuned for more live gigs. We've got more shows coming, and hey, hopefully we'll be at this place again soon as well. So let's circle back to what I was talking about earlier when I got the initial text that, hey, this thing has been canceled, and we're talking about letting those negative emotions take over. You have to understand that no matter what happens in your life, even the things that you can't control, because I personally, I had no control over this event being canceled. None. It was just canceled. Had no control over it. However, we do have control over how we react to things. The powerful, powerful part I want to share with you is that how you decide to react to these types of things, or anything that happens in your life, how you decide to react is going to determine what happens next in your life. Let me say that one more time. How you decide to react will determine what happens next in your life. If you decide to act in a negative manner, if you decide to get angry and pissed off, or you get super depressed or whatever, chances are your next series of decisions are going to be negative. They're not going to be positive. They're not going to have a positive outcome, because you're in that state of mind of negativity, okay? You're in that state of mind of, I'm angry, I'm pissed off, or I'm depressed. So that next decision or next series of decisions probably going to lead to an undesirable outcome, because you chose, remember it's a choice, you chose to react in that negative manner. However, if you choose instead to act in a positive manner and saying, okay, well, this really does suck, I am upset about it, but you know what, I'm gonna go about my day. We're gonna make the best of it. Well, so what did I do that night? Well, my wife, she had already put on a makeup and got ready, and we already had one of our close friends come to meet us at our house. So it's like, hey, you're still coming over, dude. Babe, you're ready. Let's go out. Let's go to dinner. Let's have some drinks. That's what we did. We had a pretty awesome night, okay? We didn't think about, okay, well, man, you know, we're upset, we're angry or whatever. Yeah, we were naturally upset in the sense that we wanted to play, you know, and we had prepped a lot, but we didn't let those negative emotions kill the rest of the day. We didn't really even let it kill a second, because right then I decided, right then when I read that text, first thing I did in my text back to the owner, let me know what I can do to help. Here's the thing, guys. Whenever you're dealing with people, you want to develop empathy for where they're coming from, meaning you want to try to have a genuine desire to understand where that person's coming from. So I, for a second, just put myself in this person's shoes, and I'm like, this must be a horrible time. He's got this business he's worked so hard to build, and I know this just by talking to him in prior conversations. He's worked so hard to build this, and it was his dream, and it's just not working out. And again, I hope that it does. I hope that I can help them, but it's not working out. So I immediately just understood how crushed he must feel right now, and I get chills even talking about this, because you know, I know what it's like to pursue something that you want. I'm doing it right now. You guys know I'm a full-time musician and marketer and whatever comes along with all this stuff that I do. So I immediately really just had empathy for this person. I genuinely want to help them. So that was the first thing I did, right? I mean, some people are malicious. Some people are out to get other people. This is not one of those people. But even then, even if you're dealing with someone like that, this malicious, you still have the choice to react, okay, a certain way. You make that choice. You make that decision, all right? But again, this is definitely not one of those people. This is a very good person that again, has built a business from scratch, and it's awesome. I hope that it works out. I hope that I can be a part of that working out. Okay, so I wanted to share that part with you, the choice that we have. And again, guys, this is so powerful. If you're still watching this, thank you, by the way. But this is extremely powerful. If you carry this concept into pretty much every aspect of your life, life will treat you good. Good things will come back to you, I promise, because I've been on the other side of it where I've reacted in a negative way, and all it did was just snowball poop on me, okay? Because that reaction, it determines what happens next. In any case, when these types of things happen in your life, and of course this is not really a big event, guys, I'm just using this as an example. You can take out my event here and plug in whatever thing that you're going through right now, and it may be much more greater than what I experienced here. This is really nothing, right? You could be going through something else this of much greater magnitude, but understand that your reaction to that thing, okay, how you push forward, is going to impact those next decisions or series of decisions that you're going to make. And those decisions will be made based on whatever emotion you're harnessing. And this is why you'll meet those people from time to time, and maybe you have them in your life now, that they just seem to always have a problem. There's always an issue. It's almost as if there's not anything going on in their life. Well, they're going to make up something to be going on. And you guys are probably laughing and chuckling right now thinking, yeah, I know a couple people like that. But it always just seems to be raining poop in their life, right? Everything's just going wrong. It's like, oh boy, what is it today? But this is often what happens. There's an event, an unfavorable event that happens, right? And then the person they react in a negative manner. So the next decision they make is going to be based on that emotion, or the next series of decisions, right? And then they react negative to that, because it's just negative outcome after negative outcome. And again, it snowballs poop. I think that's a new phrase that I just made up here. Now we're all going to be using that. It's snowball and poop. Anyway, so this is why this happens. This is why you have those people out there. I mean, some people are just negative. I mean, they're just negative, and it's like they're not happy unless they're being negative, right? But I do believe that a lot of people that are constantly having stuff happen in their life that's unfavorable, this is part of the reason why, because they're choosing to stay in that state. Okay, they're choosing to continue having that negative mentality that life's against them. The world just doesn't work out for them. So therefore, their decisions they make thereafter, well, there you have it. It's based on that emotion. It's based on those negative emotions that they're harnessing. And this is why it's so important when something does happen in your life, that, you know, whatever it may be, that you always take that higher road, that you always make the decision like, you know what, there's nothing I can do. But the best thing that I can do is I can find something positive out of this, and I'm going to go that direction. And it may be tough to find that sometimes. Again, the event that I went through, it really is nothing. You know what I mean? It's nothing at all. I know some of you, it may be going through some tough times right now, and this is why I'm putting this out there. Understand that even through the toughest of times, where it may seem impossible to find any positivity or any light at the end of the tunnel, understand you still have the decision to see that anyway, to say, you know what, I'm still going to take that path over being negative and being angry and being depressed and all that other stuff, because I want the next series of decisions to be made in this state of mind that I'm focused on right now, and that's just seeing that light. Sometimes that light at the end of the tunnel, sometimes, more than often, you have to create it. This is how you do it. This is how you create that light at the end of the tunnel, okay? You decide that you're going to react in this manner. And therefore, those next series of decisions, well, they're going to be based on that state, on that emotion, which is far greater than the other side to that, okay? So again, guys, I wanted to share this with you. I hope that it helps someone. Please leave your comments in the comments section. And guys, thank you so much for supporting my channel here and watching my videos. I appreciate you guys. Until the next video, you know what to do. Keep it metal.